Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's APAC release team meeting. Today is Friday, the 14th of July. We are kind of in the mid-cycle, mid-area of the release for 1.28. And my name is Leo. I'm the EA for 1.28. And let's get started. Also, please remember this is a community meeting, so it falls under the CNCF Code of Conduct, which can be summarized to be excellent to each other. Let's see. Feel free to add yourself to attendees list. I sent the link in chat, so I sent it another time, so please add yourself. All right, let's go to the open discussion items. It does not look like there's much. Just a general shout out, as always, to the to retrospective. So next week we will have another meeting on Wednesday next to the regular release team meeting, where we talk about the retro. So basically, we will talk about all those points. As you see, there's not that much yet. So please look over, like recap your last weeks and months, and just hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Just checking if Leo, are you saying something or am I unable to hear? Okay. Maybe your audio is not working or something. All right, let's continue. So please look into the retrospective and add your action items. Are there any new attendees? I'm not sure. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Otherwise, let's continue. Let's jump to the team updates. Is there somebody from enhancements? Otherwise, I think right now, I mean, we are past the enhancement freeze. So all the enhancements which go into the release cycle are opt-in. So we know which ones to track. And this is kind of the major milestone for the enhancements team. So I think we don't like require like a big update. We don't expect like any major issues from this point on. So last time on Wednesday, which was just 2 days ago, we got a green update. So that's also what we expect. 60 tracked ones, that's good. Let's jump to the next one, CI signal. Someone from CI signal rounds. Otherwise, I saw there was like some discussions about, no, this was like a different team. Okay, we got a green update from John. That's good. Let's quickly check the project board. So we have one failing, but this is kind of an old one as it seems, and they still give green update, so that's good. So everything seems to be all right. Moving on to bug triage. Is there somebody from bug triage who would like to give an update?
Yes, I can give an update. And no blockers, login issues. We have a few issues in risk, but we are contacting them.
Great. Right. Yeah. So the further we kind of move on in the release cycle, the more we need to keep attention, because especially with the RC0, so the release candidate cuts, which happen right after code freeze, so a week or so after code freeze, we need to be careful that like all the major issues which are open are resolved, because these cuts, we use them to kind of check if everything is all right. But it's good that you are tracking all those.
Yes.
You put this to green. Is there somebody from docs who would like to give an update? Let's go down.
No, sorry, I'm from enhancements team.
Yeah. Would you like to add something to the update?
Do you hear me?
Yes, it's a little bit
Hello, can you
shaked
hear
up,
me?
I would say.
Sorry, I'm from the enhancements team. No, thank you.
Would you like to add something to the update?
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Okay. Let's move on then. Is there somebody from docs? I don't think so, right? So let's go down. Cat gave a yellow update. We have 26 caps with no doc PRs. Yet the deadline is next week. Oh, that's okay. Reach out to those cap owners again as a reminder. So for example, I think this is like a good point again for the retro. We talked about this quite a few times. But it's a little bit difficult. Need to bring this up next week. Let's see. Projects, enhancements, docs. Need docs. But there's some not. Shows even more that they are not, that they need docs. All right. So I think I will check in the docs channel and get an update from them. Looks like yellowish. Yeah. All right, moving on to release notes. Sanchita.
Hello, everyone. So the current status of release notes is green. The release notes website PR for Alpha 3 has been merged. And thanks a lot to the release team and John. The PRs for the Alpha 4 will be created in a couple of days. And regarding the major theme collections, we have reached out to all the SIGs, as well as we have pinged a couple of SIGs by tracking them via the enhancement board. So yeah, that's all from the release notes. Thank you.
Right, very good to hear. Yeah, I saw this discussion about this PR, which was, I think we couldn't merge it for I think 3 weeks or so. So it's great that it's now merged. Awesome. Moving on to comms. There's nobody from comms here, right? So I will go check the last update, which is green placeholder PRs for SIG, storage apps and infra created. All right. Going to release branch management. There's also nobody here in this call. but I assume it's green, the status. Yes. Nothing to report, getting ready for code freeze on July 18th and beta 0. Yeah, so July 18th, next week, this is like the next major event for all of us. A lot of deadlines and things related to all our teams are kind of connected to this date. It's also a very busy time for Grace to basically check all the exception requests and so on. So I think next week will be a very interesting update next Wednesday. For now, everything is green, which is great. From my side, I don't have an update either, other than that we have next week code freeze and we have next week to retro. So next week is a bigger week for the release team. Grace also didn't put anything here. So I think with this, we are good. Is there anything you would like to talk about before we close the call? No.
Hello, hello everyone.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, hello everyone. Hello Leo. I'm the new one in this meeting. So, I am an engineering student in computer science, and currently I am the Kubernetes official member and the SIGDocs in the localizations maintainer and the reviewer. And I just really wanted to get involved with the release team and how all the ecosystems works. So I am really interested to work with this team. So how can I get involved? Could you please have some overview?
Right. So there's the regular application window for the shadow release team. So as a shadow, this will open up basically after each release cycle. So right now, if you look at the timeline, releases, so 128. So we target like the 18th of July, of August. So you can expect that after that, maybe a week or 2 weeks. So end of August probably is a good like estimation when we will publish the shadow applications. So you can apply there, but you can obviously also just jump in the regular SIG release meetings if you're interested in how SIG release works. So this repository here is just like all the governance and how the team works and the documentation for example, the release cycles, how we work in the release team. But there's another repository, which is Kubernetes release, and there are actually a bunch more. But this is like the main one for release engineering. So if you're more interested in, for example, how we assign images in the release cycle, in the release process, there's like a lot of tools here, which we use. The main one is Krell, which is a CLI. So the branch management is using this CLI to kick off jobs in Google Cloud where we have the resources running. So for example, you can just check here, maybe there are some issues where help is needed. Otherwise, you can also just jump in the SIG release meeting and see what they talk about. Usually, like every meeting or every couple of meetings, there is like a general project and they need for helping hands, and it's always like a good opportunity to shadow somebody. So for example, I don't know if Adolfo or somebody else from the team is picking this up, you can just shadow him and just observe the process. In the release team, there's also some things to do, but usually it's handled by the shadows because we have like such a like bigger team, I would say. So I think in SIG release, you have more opportunities to collaborate.
Yeah, so thank you for giving me the overview, Leo. It's really appreciated. Actually, I just applied 2 times in the Doc Shadow. I think yeah, Doc Shadow, but I got rejected unfortunately. But now I'm trying to get involved in the meeting, which is about to happen every Wednesday, if I am not wrong. Right.
Yeah, it's every Tuesday. The meeting, the SIG release meeting, and the release team
Okay.
meeting is on Wednesday and Friday, and eventually we will also have one on Monday. But it's basically just shaped like this one, where we give updates from each team. So we don't talk about like feature enhancements that like in detail usually. All right, is there anybody else who would like to talk about something before we end the call? Otherwise, let's stop the recording.